Okay, yeah. So hello, my name is Bart van Genuchten. I am from the Netherlands. I am 28 years old and I came to Korea 3 years ago, and now I'm married with a Korean girl, and together we live somewhere in Hongdae in a nice small apartment. I work as a YouTuber and that's it, I think. Okay. So the Netherlands is a very small country. It only has 70 million people, so it's very dense. Our capital city is Amsterdam. We speak Dutch, but I think most people are very good in speaking English as well as a second language. I think the Netherlands is very known for the windmills, the tulips, that we are quite open-minded, so there are a lot of gay rights. We legalized using soft drugs, marijuana, mushrooms. First of all, space. Dutch people like to have a lot of space, so most houses they are 3-story or 3 floors high. And we like to have a garden, either for the children to be able to play or to have a pet, a dog or a cat, so they can also play in the garden. And whenever the sun shines, Dutch people go outside. They're not staying inside. We are very light-skinned, but we like to get tan as much as possible. Most people get red, though. So it's all about the space. And so besides for example, the bedroom and the kitchen, we like to have a space where we can always invite people, family and friends, because unlike Korea, whenever we meet people, mostly we meet them inside our homes. So we invite people, have a drink, play board games, listen to music, watch a movie, whatever. That's very important. But the moment that you have children, I think you also look at the facilities around your home. So where's the school, where's the supermarket? But that is pretty fine in the Netherlands. I think wherever you are, no matter if it's a countryside or big city, the facilities are always quite well organized. So for these days in the Netherlands, the middle class has a really hard time to buy a house because there are not enough houses and the prices, they keep rising. And the middle class is also a little bit too wealthy to make use of our social housing system, the zakelijk. So that's a big problem. And it's getting difficult and more difficult to get a loan from the bank, because the bank doesn't really trust people anymore, because they like to be independent, they don't want to get children, they don't want to get married, so there's not a lot of security for the bank to guarantee that the people are able to pay back the loan. So that's a problem, and I wonder if other countries have the same problem, and if so, how they deal with this. Are the prices of houses also getting more expensive, and how do they solve this? Yeah, so before the interview I was talking to GP from Nigeria, and he explained about the system in his country that the rich people, they sometimes give just a house for free to other people who need a house. And I wonder why that is so, and if those other people should do something in return. And how can this system be sustainable? I'm very curious about that because I never heard about this before. Yeah, actually I do. First of all, make sure you bring enough money so you can pay the bojancum. Just make sure you have enough money. And Dutch people, they like their house to have open windows. And in Korea, that's usually not the case. At least in my experience, the windows are either very vaguely transparent, or there are bars in front of the window. And the windows are small, or there's like a balcony in front of the windows. So a window in front of a window in front of a window. I know Dutch people in general don't like that, so they should be aware of, if they want to live in Korea, that that's going to be the case in many houses. I think the housing culture is very different. First of all, in the Netherlands, you can just walk inside with your shoes on. That's one. And I like to use my house as a place where I can meet people. I don't always want to go out to spend a lot of money outside. So we decorated our home, me and my wife, in a European style. And we always invite our friends and family to come over, have a drink, and if it's getting late, and they can sleep on the couch. Like, we don't care. We like, our house is your house and your house is my house. That kind of feeling. that, like I said earlier with the windows, that was a big issue for me. Because first I lived in Oktapang, and we were on the top floor, and there's no way for other people to go to our home, but every window had these bars in front of the window. So I felt a little bit unsafe. So what if there's a fire? The only exit is the front door. I cannot go through the bars, like I'm not the Hulk, I'm not so strong. So that was like, and we had a super nice view over the river and over Sangsudong, but we just couldn't see it because I always had to look against the bars. In my opinion, it's a little bit of a waste of space and bunigi feeling. Yeah. Oh, that's it? Okay, you're welcome. Was fun.